The World Health Organization's expanded program on immunization and integrated management of childhood illness are the foundation for this new interactive training resource for health workers in the African region. Over recent decades, WHO has developed and fine-tuned its expanded program on immunization, keeping abreast of the latest vaccines and protocols for best practice in this important field. The integrated management of childhood illness runs parallel to EPI, with protocols to manage common illnesses that occur in childhood. Training health workers to carry out these tasks effectively and keeping them up to date as things change is of the utmost importance. This interactive resource is a powerful tool, combining extensive video with easily accessed and printable references that include manuals, charts, self-testing questions, and much more. So let's see how it works. Firstly, all the information is contained on a single flash drive or memory stick. Just insert it into your computer, wait for this screen to appear, then click on the Start icon. Introductory pages will appear, then a Login and Browse screen. We'll explore the resource using the Browse method first, then look at what happens if you log in. Click the Browse button and choose from one of the coloured buttons at the top of the screen. The language selection is on the left. On this resource there are 3 languages: English, French and Portuguese. On the right are the function buttons. The first is How to Use, which displays simple operating instructions. Next is Video. It opens the index of video chapters. Choosing one of these will take you to that chapter and the pre- and post-tests that relate to it. The transcript of the video is behind this button. This is a quick and easy reference if you want to refresh your memory on any information from the video you might have missed. The glossary section contains the terms and acronyms used in the video. The manual and charts are here. Next are additional references. And then the ICAT program button. Finally, there's the exit button. Let's go to the video section, which is at the core of this resource. The default language is English, but this can be changed to French or Portuguese at any time. Choose a chapter.
What is the recommended temperature for storing all vaccines at health
To get started, there's a warm-up exercise or pre-quiz. Just 4 questions before each video chapter.
2. 0 degrees to 10 degrees Celsius.
We can switch to French using the language icon.
Quelle est la température recommandée pour le stockage de tous les vaccins dans les pharmacies?
Only one answer can be selected, and there's no backtracking. The program moves straight on to the next question. At the end of the 4 questions, a score is given. These questions are repeated after the video, as we'll see in a moment. After the quiz, the health worker moves on to the video. Each video chapter lasts anywhere from 4 to 17 minutes and covers one aspect of immunization or the integrated management of childhood illness.
In good condition and at the correct temperature from
the video can be paused or can be moved forward or backwards using the scroll bar at the bottom of the screen. At the end of each chapter, there's another set of questions and answers which automatically appears. Again, these are multiple choice, but this time you're told after each selection whether your answer was right or wrong.
Réponse 3.
As you see, an explanation is given to reinforce the answer.
2 degrés et plus 8 degrés Celsius.
When you get an answer wrong, the question is repeated at the end of that batch of questions, so you have more than one chance to answer it correctly. Now let's see how some of the other buttons work. If you're watching Chapter 4 and click the Transcript button, you're shown the words of the narration of that chapter, so you can check what has been said. Clicking the Screen button at the bottom left will take you back to the video. It continues from where you left it. If there are words or acronyms you don't understand, the glossary can be useful. The search window allows you to find words quickly. Then it's back to the video. Moving along, the manual and charts are here. We have the Immunization in Practice manual in chapters and the all-important IMCI charts. This resource has also incorporated the ICAT interactive resource. On to references. Here is a list of publications and videos that relate to both EPI and IMCI. The health worker can move from one page to another using these buttons at the bottom. They can scale the document using the slider at the top, or can jump to full width or full page by selecting these buttons. Any page or document on the resource can be printed by clicking the print icon and following the normal printing procedures. Going back to the video section for a moment, you can see another of the functions of this resource. As the video plays, it reaches points where pop-up tags appear. There's one in the lower left corner. Clicking the tag will stop the video for a moment, taking the viewer to additional information in text or graphic form, which expands or reinforces what's just been said. Most of these pop-ups can also be printed. Then it's back to the video again.
Of the vaccines under the vaccine carrier lid.
We mentioned earlier the login section at the beginning of the resource for continuing professional education that leads to a certificate of completion. A health worker logs in with name and password, then is guided through the resource in a structured way. He or she must complete all the video chapters in turn, as well as the questions and answers. All questions must be answered correctly before the user can move to the next chapter. After finishing the last chapter, the certificate appears on the computer screen with the person's name and date already added. This can be printed and displayed to indicate the completion of the module. Part of the value of this resource is that it was produced in Africa for use by African health workers. The information is presented visually in a context that is relevant to the health worker's clinical environment and culture. The narration of the video and even the questions and answers enable the user to retain the information and convert it to usable knowledge. This is a learning technique which has the potential to significantly improve the performance of health workers and the health of their communities throughout the African region.